Disclaimer. The information and education material contained herein is meant to promote the general understanding and dialogue of GAN's processing. Such information is not meant or intended to serve as a substitute for a healthcare professional's clinical training, experience, or judgment. For patients and individuals, such information is not to be a substitute for professional medical, therapeutic, or healthcare advice or counseling. For medical issues or concerns, including decisions about medications and other treatments, readers, viewers, listeners should always consult their physician or, in serious cases, seek immediate assistance from emergency personnel. Prescription information, procedures, and use of medical devices information should be undertaken only by properly trained and certified medical personnel. We specifically disclaim any warranties, express or implied, including implied warranties of merchantability or fitness for a particular purpose. Such information is provided, as is, and is believed to be accurate at the time of its publishing, but it is the viewer's job to evaluate the accuracy of any information found in this presentation. Every case presented is of their own experience, applied by themselves for themselves, and it applies to their case only. Every person experiencing health problems should seek professional medical advice and consult their course of treatment with a doctor. The processes of plasma balancing described herein are a natural process which supports the body but does not replace medical advice or therapies one is already subject to.
It's time for change to move into the real work of the universe. And it's time to understand that we use the matter state to reach the level of understanding of the soul of the man. Now you understand maybe why the Creator has sent His messengers in the name of whatever you have had, is that they bring the ears that it can be used when the time of the Messiah comes. They can teach the soul and the message, not to oppose, but by them understanding through those who have become messiahs to give from their souls to these to elevate, the job is made easy. The school is there and the students are devotedly there. Then there won't be any fight between what they call the Muslims and the Christians. The lamb and the lion will eat and sleep in the same nest. The Christians and the Muslims will sleep and pray in the mosque and in the same church in the name of their souls, not in the name of religion that is used to create so much conflict for the benefit of those who were the hyperactive children. The time has come, the time of change is here. And as I said, my wish is my command. If it's your wish to see peace, path of peace is laid very clearly. It's the soul of the collective awareness by giving will create that position of change. No other thing. There is no pen in the soul of the man. And I'm sure once you go into the universal community, you will never see anything written but the balance of the fields of the soul of the existence. Try to be humble enough not to become arrogant in the power that you have understood and you possess. Otherwise, you'll fall in the same path of the church and the mosque. This is what we promised. And this is what we have delivered. We have to understand the operation of the soul, and we have to understand the soul of the man is a star in the cosmos of the universe. If we compare the soul of the man and many of us, 7 billion in one collection, Earth is like a galaxy with so many stars. When we look in the depth of the universe, we see galaxies with hundreds of millions of stars in it. So is the planet Earth. It carries 7 billion beautiful stars, which are the soul of the man. Carries with it soul of so many trillions of animals, plants, and everything else. So if you look, when someone who does not see the physicality of the earth and its content, what do they see? They see a galaxy with so many beautiful lights shining, each one according to their strength, each one according to their position. An infant has a beautiful soul, so has the old man. To those who do not see the physical dimension of this planet, but they see the strength of the field, we are clusters of stars. The human race, every single soul, no one from a distance sees that's the soul of a fisherman, that's the soul of the cosmologist, that's the soul of the president. They all shine irrespective of the physicality. This is the magic. This is what the new science has to bring to man. When we look to our soul, we see nothing but a star in the other souls. And this is the break. This is the understanding. This is what all these teachings are about. Coming to mature to the next level, to understand in the deep space, the universe is the oyster for those souls who serve. Then man is ready to go into space. Then man is ready to become part of the universal community which has been promised. I never promised you heaven. I always promised you the elevation of the man to join the family. And now you have the key. It's you who has to open the door to understand, if I can raise the soul of these people or millions of other souls, that the physical life on this planet changes, then I'm worthy to be part of the universal community. To be there to serve, to expand, to be there, to be part, that in the cycle of life of universe, I become, in being part, I become part of the totality. When man reaches that point, a new dimension in the strength of the soul of the man will appear, which is beyond imagination of understanding of the physical life. It's the gate to the opening of the new life in a new dimension, which is beyond imagination of what you might call a new beginning, a new cycle, which that cycle carries with itself the origin of the creation of life in the universe and the universe. It's the elevation of the soul to serve become the key, not a throne of the physical life. The time is right. The time has come for the man to go through this process.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 196th One Nation, One Planet, One Race for World Peace and Justice here on Tuesday, November 16th, 2021. This is a broadcast of the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute Education Department and part of the public teachings in English. My name's Rick Crammond. I'll be host today with members of the Universal Council who will be presenting today's workshop. So without further ado, let's get into today's presentation. Let me get that up here. All right, here we go.
Hello, everyone. This is Moshfek, representing Bengali language in the Universal Council. So once again, we are gathered here for the One Planet, One Nation, One Race for Justice and World Peace. And this time, perhaps our intention need to be focused towards the current events or the upcoming events. And the theme, once again, is the same theme that we have been focusing on, the justice and the world peace. And this time, through the negotiations between 5+1, among 5+1 negotiators, and we can, in this situation, contribute our thoughts and intention, our field strength towards achieving what we are here for. And our opening statement is along the same line, and as it has always been, we need to do this for the greater involvement or the universal involvement of humanity. So through the beauty of the soul, of diversity of languages spoken on planet Earth, all souls are as equal and all are as creators as they are created in the image of the Creator. Thank you. Next slide, please.
Stanley, you can play the about the Universal Council now.
Can you hear me? This is Marie.
Loud and clear, Marie.
Yeah.
Hi.
So hello everyone. This is Marie, and I'm the Universal Council member for the Norwegian language. And the Universal Council have made several wishes concerning the upcoming meeting in Vienna called 5+1, which is peace negotiations. And I believe it's UN who is facilitating it. So on request from Mr. Keshe, the Universal Council has responded with some wishes. And we presented some wishes last Tuesday, and we have a couple of new ones today. So I will read the first one. We, the Universal Council, wish through our heart and soul for the elevation of the souls involved in the 5+1 negotiations for the establishment of world peace. I'm present.
I'm present.
I'm present.
I'm present.
I am 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 present.
Present.
I am present.
So maybe Sweta or Mosvik pick the next one.
Yes, I'll read. Thank you, my dear Mary. I am Shweta Anwar, representing Hindi language, UC, Hindi language. And these are the beautiful wishes from our heart and soul for the benefit of all. And I am going to read this wish as the meeting is, the negotiations are going on, and we have this wish for all religious leaders who are participating in these negotiations to be in beauty and totality, in peace forever. So this is the wish. We, the Universal Council, wish for the merging of the religions to unify in the belief of one Creator. I am present.
I'm present.
I'm present.
I am present.
I am present.
Present.
I'm present.
I'm present.
Present.
I am present.
Can you read this, Mosvik?
Okay.
Thank you.
We, the Universal Council, wish for the establishment of 1,000 Keshe Foundation Universal Enhancement Centers around the world to service all the souls of planet Earth. I am present.
I am present.
I am present.
I'm present. Present.
Present.
I am present.
I am present.
I am
I'm
present.
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 Can you see Stefania somewhere?
I don't see her on the list, actually.
Can someone invite her? So that last wish was picked up from the North American Corona team meeting on Sunday, where Mr. Keshe said that this 1,000 health care centers, I think he said, will come in the future. I don't know when, but as soon as the fields allows it in a way. And the fields are kind of facilitated by us wellness center. Yes, Mark is correcting me. I can do like a small catch up of this North American Corona team meeting, which where Mr. Keshe were telling us a lot of news, and it is a public teaching, so it's okay to share. So he talked about this 5+1. What is the 5+1? And he said it is not just peace talks, but a merger of the religions at the same time, because these different nations that are represented as negotiators are from very many different religions, at least all the big religions. So it's a way to also merge the religions. And as all knowledge seekers know, there is only one creator, and that is the only religion we will end up with. So but all the religions in a way have parts of this about the creator. You will find, so all we need to do is take away all this man-made stuff and go back to the original story, and it's all about the creator. Yeah. So in these negotiations, you find Iran, China, or maybe Iran is the topic, but Iran, China, British and Russians, and Israel. And Mr. Keshe also wants the Palestinians into this 5+1. And he also talked about India and Japan, I know, from earlier things he told us about this in negotiations. So I find that very interesting. And he said something on the end of this meeting too that I found a little bit scary, but and that is that those the powers who kind of forces these lockdowns and all this going on in all over the world, those powers, they are ready to finance the pressure to reach their own goals for 20 years, and I found that very scary. So, but Mr. Keshe in the same sentence says that the only way we will kind of overwin this power is by using the space technology, because it's the only solution, he says. So a little bit about that. And he also talked about the CO2 extraction from the air, because as Keshe Foundation has a very well-known technology for extracting CO2 from the air. As a knowledge seeker, it's among one of the first thing you learn practical, and there are also both a household unit and more industrial scale unit made for CO2 catching or harvesting. But Mr. Keshe says that it needs to be catched in the right amount. So, because we need CO2 in the air to live. So it's important that we are not too efficient with these boxes. And he said that there is a plan, I think, for Iran, Tehran, to kind of place out household units, and where the users can kind of sell the CO2 they catch back to the Keshe Foundation. And this CO2 will be dried and spread all over the land, so it can be give energy back to the earth. And it can also be used to spray the cities. And he says that this, and as we many of us already know, that the CO2 is connected to the soul of the man and to the physicality. So it will also elevate the people in the city that is sprayed. And he says that for every 40 liter of CO2 gas you create, you can dry it and get 1 kilo of dried GANs CO2. So this spraying of this dried gases will give a lot of energy back to the earth, and it will balance everything. Okay. So if you haven't heard it, you should go and listen to that teaching from Sunday. So I don't know, have you seen any Stefania around?
No sign of Stefania. I sent her a message. I can't do a direct invite for some reason, but
is there any other Universal Council member who wants to talk about the One City, One Center?
I can do that.
Okay, thank you, Asa.
Good morning, everyone. This is Aza Yusuf Farsi. Can you bring the slides for the One City, One Center, Rick, please? Yes. World Peace Project, One City, One Center. As you know, this Mr. Keshe launched this a while ago. So what the plan was, in time, we were able to have each city a center that has this universal enhancement unit, because with it, we know that people, when they go in there, they're going to change, because when the physicality of the man meet the soul of the man, you're going to totally change to a different person, because we know even now, as a knowledge seeker, each of us, one by one, are experiencing the life that we are supposed to be, because the humanity has beautiful life. Each of us has this beautiful life, but what the way we were living the life until now, still many people do, as if you are a car and you drive in the car and putting your foot on a brake. You're driving a Mercedes Benz, but you have your foot on a brake. This is how people were living. So going to this enhancement unit, you come out and you let go of your foot on a brake and put it on life, on a gas, because you are alive. Because if you look at the Creator, imagine yourself at the presence of Creator. We all can imagine. We all can look at. You can imagine beautiful rose in your head, and you can see the beauty of the rose. You can see the beauty of the white rose. You can see the beauty of anything you can imagine in your brain. because humanity has this advantage. Nobody else has it. So see yourself in front of the Creator. The first time I imagined myself in front of the Creator, I cried so hard. Actually, it happened a couple of times. After 2-3 times, you stop crying. Because the Creator, all he's doing is just giving. Have you seen the Creator come down on the earth or any place else? Or go like on a Facebook, you say you're doing something wrong, you're saying something wrong, you wrote something wrong. No, never does this. It just, all it does, without any resistance, it just all is giving. So we are the same. So what has happened to us is we forgot. So when we imagine, if you actually, Mr. Keshe has beautiful teaching. If you listen to that teaching, he says if you have a reactor, the reactor is in the room. When there's 2 other, you add 2 other reactors in the room, suddenly you see the reactor shows numbers. There's 129. Why? Because the reactor start to give. That's why you see the number, because the start of energy goes from the higher, what somebody has to somebody doesn't have. So it's all, if you always can give what we can give, but what we created, when you put your foot on the brake, what happens? You enter the room, but your mind, you have so much conflicted thoughts. It's not empty. Because where the Creator is empty, is nothingness. At the same time, everything is there. I'm the beginning and I'm the end. What does it mean? So when you get all those conflicting thoughts, although your mind will become creative, which is nothingness, if you enter a room, just like the Creator, you will start to give. And everybody benefits from you. So what we creating with this center, we allowing people to become that, to see the God they are, that the physical soul matches the soul. That without any hesitation, all we do, we just become a giver. And that's how we bring the world peace. That's how people to realize that if you don't hesitate to live, actually live, not only you benefit yourself because you understand what is the meaning of life itself. You become like blissful all the time. You bring blissfulness to other people, joy to other people. You enter someplace, people notice you. Not because notice you out of your arrogance. They just, Mr. Keshe talked about being humble. That's exactly what God is. That's how when you become nothing, at the same time you give everything and you have everything. It's very hard to understand sometimes, but we have to start to just let go of our own belief system that we created from the eon ages that we're born, on this planet. We created all these laws and regulation, what is good, what is bad. God doesn't have any of that. If he did, he would have come constantly tell you, don't do this, this is good, this is bad. But nothing really matters. You are on this planet only for a short time. 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, 80 years, then you go. Just put these clothes on, came to this planet. Actually, it was funny to me because when I realized this, I realized I'm a dentist. And my specialty is cosmetic. And I look at people who posted picture of the teeth they do, my colleagues on the Facebook, like the cosmetic cases, they do all upper and lower teeth. And I look at people, they all become the same. I didn't realize this before. as a cosmetic dentist, I thought this is amazing. You can make people beautiful, but then you take away identity of the people. Everybody become the same. Each of us chose different clothing, different way of coming to this planet. And that's the beauty of this planet. Why do you want to have it any other way? And why did I come to this realization? Because I didn't see it before. The same way these people who posting it, they don't see it either. Humanity has to understand its own beauty out of its soul, not because of physicality. How would be the planet would be, how boring it would be if all of us do the same thing, say the same thing. Actually, our beauty comes from those, the thing we call people, actually we talk about people who do things that we think is not nice. Actually, that's the beauty. When you make somebody talks in a way that we think is not good, or somebody walk in a way we don't think is good, or these are all the beauty of the people, but we put label on it. So people start to bring that beauty out of themselves, become who really they are with these centers. Not only they can heal if any physical ailment they have, but also they will see the beauty of who they are, what they are at that moment. And they don't have to hide anymore. Nobody has to hide. So that's why with these, in the future, Mr. Keshe says, you don't need any cell phone, becomes obsolete. Now you understand why. Because when you have nothing to say about anybody in a bad way, why do you want to hide your thoughts? You can read my mind with anytime you want, there's no problem, because I have nothing to hide, because I have nothing to say about you. The only thing I have to say to you is just, I love you. And all I have to give you is that just love I have. That's all I have, nothing else. No matter how you look, how you talk, how you walk, any aspect of you, I just love that. So this is something that all of us can imagine the world that we will become. That once we go to this transition time, we need this universal enhancement unit for people to get to that understanding who they are. Once we get there, these become obsolete as well too. But at the moment is each of us effort, if we can, to bring it to any city, because I'm sure any country, any city, they have people who have affluent. And there are some of these affluent people, they are nice people. We can reach out to them, say, look, you can open a center here. You can bring not only health to your community, but also you can bring something more than health to your community. Something that you're gonna amazes you. So this is something that we look forward to bring more of this to around the world. And that's all I can say. And thank you for listening.
Hello, this is
Estefania is here. If she wants to say something, Estefania, okay. I just covered for you. If you want to add to this, please do.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Hello?
go ahead.
Perfect, okay. But if you want to say something first, it's fine.
No, I just wanted to say this.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Thank you so much, Aza. Yes, I was just saying, unfortunately, I had a problem with my internet, so I couldn't, I was not here before. Did you show the videos?
No, not the 406, no.
Okay. Yes, I wanted to just show the video about last Thursday. I really recommend for who didn't see the last workshop, 406, please go in to see, because it's regarding One City, One Center. Can you hear me? Because my internet is not that good. Okay, perfect.
No,
Yeah.
we hear you
Okay.
good.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So I really recommend you to see, because it really empowers us, because he was talking the importance to the spray that we do every Sunday. It's very important, because we literally we create condition for one city, one center by spray the guns in the atmosphere, and even put them in the river, in the water, everywhere, to spread them as much as you can, just by this simple act that every one of us can do daily. Is a big difference. So he was talking how we can create the dome, and how these magnetic fields of the guns, they will help to charge the environment and the machines to create the change. So just by doing that, we can create the change. So I just wanted to show that piece of the workshop, or I recommend you going to see, because it really explains the dome, the piece of dome that we do every Sunday, and the importance. So this is something we can do. We can do as because we have to start to think about like a totality. So something that we do all together. This is something we can do easily all together. And then he also spoke about how the field can really change the way of being, or in the environment. Like they put the Maghreb in the prison, a knowledge seeker, put Maghrebs around the prison, and how they report after, I don't know how many months or time, they report that the prisoner, they all changed their behavior, you know. So think what we can do in a bigger scale. So if you can change the behavior of a prisoner, think if we can change the behavior of everyone around us, obviously in the positive way, because as we know, the plasma feel the emotional level, and there is a lot we can do. So the emotional level is the key also to have to find peace. So yeah, so this is very interesting. Yes, so and I wanted to say that also Mr. Keshe spoke about the fact we're creating now the foundation, like creating the foundation of a house. We all knowledge seeker, all of you, all of us, we all creating together as we speak the foundation of a new world, a new future. So I was thinking all the languages, I was going to invite them, all the languages, to do what they can to start to prepare conditions. So if we know a lot of university is going to be open soon, so we need people that can teach. So each one of us have to start teaching and practice the teaching. So you learn as you teach. And then if we know that they're going to open so many health centers around the world, all the doctor, all the people related to the health sector, if we all start to getting together in each language group, and prepare condition for when the machine will be in your city or in your town, so we can start prepare, or thinking how can we learn properly how to manufacture things, or implement plasma in whatever you do, no? So there are a lot of stuff we can do as together, as totality, to make a big change. So especially now that we have a lot of restriction, now is the time to practice this, and we can do with plasma, but we can do also at the soul level. So making wishes, really focus on our wish, that it's world peace, and our wish is our command. So work as in any possible way to make the change. And because we are a lot of us, we can do a lot of difference just from now, like just even spray the guns. So instead of keep them in the house, you just spray them, put them in the river, waters, you know. That would be the lazy way to change the environment. Yeah, I just want to say this. Thank you.
Do you want to have that excerpt from the 406 Knowledge Seekers Workshop played?
Okay, you can play. Yeah, yes, if you can. Yes, sorry about it. So yes, sorry, I would never speak so much. Yeah, if you have it ready, yes, I didn't know if you managed to download it or not.
I believe Stanley has that ready to go.
Perfect. Let's go. Let's listen. Yes, I would have not talk as much. Okay, thank you so much.
How can you answer this long question?
Well, he's saying, will it
cut it into bits?
He's talking about these plasma soldiers that'll be dispersed to events around the world.
We are the soldiers.
Necessary?
We are the soldiers. Not in a physical dimension, in the dimension of the soul. I received a message from one of the knowledge seekers this morning, which I thought it was fantastic, but in a way, he's changed the knowledge into application, and he makes a living out of it. And he said, I placed MAGRAP system in a prison. It's 700 meters long or whatever. And he says, I received a call from the director of the prison, if I translate it correctly, that since we put these MAGRAP systems in prison, the behavior of the prisoners have changed. And he said, I'm so proud. I called to tell you this is the message I received from the head of the prison. And I thought maybe for the first time, the knowledge seekers who were waiting for power reduction have come to understand the power of the MAGRAPs. That a man sees change in the behavior of his prison and the prisoners, while the MAGRAP systems are there to benefit them physically. And I thought this is what now the new enhancement units are supposed to do, but in a more rapid way. And we're seeing the same with the orphanage in Tehran. And strange enough, this information comes from the knowledge seekers of Iran. And we see gradually how we are bringing the change. A few MAGRAP system in the prison, many of you watering the what we call every Sunday is those little MAGRAP seeds we are planting. Hopefully in the next few months, when we start building strategically the wellness centers, we will connect the planet together to bring that down. And you will understand very soon that center points of connections become the what we call the wellness centers. And when we build 1,000 of them around the planet, being from the islands to richest nations, our purpose in so many ways, okay, you go into the enhancement center to help with your whatever, but Our bigger plan is to connect, to create a layer which the physicality of this planet has been lacking and has led man to kill. If you understand the game which we have set out now to do, it's very simple. This planet is for shortfalling to deliver to all its creatures that they need to kill, from the lion to the man to the plants in different shape or form. Now, with establishing the enhancement centers around the world, the strategically will choose, we give that dome the light of the Creator to change the man that does not need to kill. Every enhancement, if you just noticed a few minutes ago when I spoke with Arizona. But the ultimate goal is creating that dome, that in conjunction, it becomes more or less one. What this planet could not do from the outset, we support it. And when you are dropping the ganses every Sunday, everywhere, you're helping us that will be ready for the time when we create the dome. You cannot do it by satellites due to the motion and everything else. We physically fix the satellites, but we know the power of our system. I was explaining to John how important it is to finish the facility in Arizona and extend our work across the planet. Now you understand where the change is coming, how we're changing the condition by all of you, in a way, by as more and more, or a few of you are putting these gas waters, you're creating the connection we need. It's understanding the process of the work. It's the same thing when we build the first CO2 centers, is very simple. And that is, we take, for example, the city of Tehran. We don't make it so squarish. We strategically will plan the system the way we want. And then strategically we choose amongst the process how we scatter, that we support the waves into the center, that collectively we change the atmosphere of there. It'll be done the same with New York and the rest. But this is part of what we call the process. Just 1 second. And this is the plan of our work. And we have to see and wait to understand. Then you see everything we do has a reason, but we start along before we get to the completion. We just put the foundation. that is ready by the time to build, to achieve what you want. Yeah, to what is for the betterment of the, not just the human race, but the whole of the creation. We sit within the soul of where we want to be, but we are still allowing them to do.
Okay, thank you, Rick. We can go to the next slides because I think we talked before anyway.
Thank you.
Is anyone want to read this page? So it's very, so now when you read this page, think about what Mr. Keshe just said. When you read this page, you know, think what Mr. Keshe just said. Is anyone want to read this page?
Stefania, hi, it's Dean here. I can read it if that's okay with everybody.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you. Okay, so this is the Dome of Peace. It's from Mr. Keshe. Please remember this Sunday and every Sunday from now on until we raise the soul of this planet to a peaceful planet. KF knowledge seekers worldwide will spread the GANS waters around the world at 12 PM CET and or 18 PM CET every Sunday at the same time as they choose which time to suit them. Thank you for participating in this greatest movement by the soul of man to bring about the peace on this planet as a permanent feature of the life of this planet. And so as we see here, it's the call to all knowledge seekers. Let's together create the peace dome all over the planet. And we have that star formation, one cup, one life. And after what Stefania just said, and Mr. Keshe's speech and continued teachings of the beauty of the knowledge of the universal flow, I think it's appropriate that I went for a little, sorry, my microphone's just falling off. I went for a walk at the weekend, and on this walk, it's as usual, it's a soul connection thing. Someone took me to this wonderful place, and we walked around, and had many different experiences. And then we came to a place where there was a big river, a beautiful flowing river. And then we walked further on, we came to a lake, very incredible lake that looked very, how can I say, full of life and full of diversity of the environment, not only the wildlife and the fishes that were present and shown on boards around, but also the species of the vertical ferns and everything else around the environment. And anyway, so we walked around a little bit further, and then we came to this little cabin. And on the side of this cabin, it said, this is a place where Victor Schauberger, basically he lived just down the road. It was the next village on, and this was probably a location that he, through his beauty and understanding, taught many things about the water courses and the flowing of the rivers and everything else. I experienced many beautiful things once I understood this, and I remember a little bit later on in the evening, just as we finished walking around the lake, there's certain cloud formations, and one cloud formation had followed us from the beginning of the walk all the way to the end, and it sort of stretched across the landscape out through the mountain ranges, and was like a big like a train line, a cloud formation that stretched all the way along this mountain range. And as you walk further, I noticed some other formations, and I've noticed these happen quite a lot when you have universal family that may be present. I'm not saying they were, but they may be present. And these very elongated, smooth, ship-like clouds were off in the distance, and they seem to crop up quite a lot when you connect in certain ways. Throughout the day, I'd had various experiences where I had connected with the Gans waters and the spreading of the Gans water, as we normally do, with thoughts and intentions. And for me, this experience once again touched the very soul of the man, because it's also interconnected. When you go through these situations, these experiences, you notice that the soul connects all the dots up for you and leads you from one place to the next. And it's all quite incredible how the souls connect on many, many levels, that in our physical bodies, in our physicality, we don't always appreciate or understand. But the soul being of a higher order, and seeing all and knowing all, tends to show you certain aspects and beauties along your path. And I've probably not explained it all in the most wonderful way, but it was an incredible journey. And it was very much the likes of spraying the Gans waters. And I've been a big advocate of spraying these Gans waters on Sundays. Funny enough, when I was at the lake and the river, on this particular experience, this particular day, I actually forgot. I was so engrossed with the knowledge of the experience of finding this man's hometown and the experience of coming across this. I actually forgot to spray the Gans waters, which is, I find that quite astonishing, really. But anyway, I've since visited it and decided to spray it with my thoughts and intentions in every moment. And I can do that right now with just a thought. I can go back to that location. I can stand there and I can spray with my thoughts and intentions the Gans waters, the CO2 waters, as a spray, as a mist. But as we know, water can take many different forms, from a mist to a solid to a gas, as in a mist form, and many different aspects. So when in my thoughts and intentions now, I'm back in that very moment. And I am intentionally giving the plasma, the GANs initiated thought process back to creation, and creating the peace dome that extends not only within that particular location in Austria, but out further and much further across the northern hemisphere, the southern hemisphere, the globe, the planet, the blue planet Earth, and reaches far and wide. So for me, this the Dome of Peace is a dome that is expanding from within each and every single one of us. It's a thought and intention. We are full of GANs ourselves. And when we bring this beauty, the knowledge forward, and we express ourselves with a thought, we can create that peace dome that extends out across all dimensions. Any prison that we may decide to shut ourselves in, we can expand our thought and consciousness and give back to creation and create this peace that shall be present and is present on this planet in this very moment. Thank you all for listening. Thank you.
Hello, this is the discussions and interaction of issues and conditions accordingly, making of wishes and reading the wishes that has to be present. Please, beautiful souls you are, welcome in the discussion and interaction. Have your say, interact in love and peace, and say your beauty and totality, advise and share what you want to share. That is the beauty and totality is. Welcome, my dear one. Suswagatam.
And I can advise the attendees here in the Zoom chat that you can put up your virtual hand if you do have a question or comment you'd like to make. I see Fried has said in the chat, so a good step maybe to strategically place a few magravs in Vienna in the next 2 weeks. This is in reference to the 5+2 talks coming up. He says, and especially focus on Vienna, the coming 2 Sundays for the spring, and the magravs, of course, he says.
Thank you, Fred. Thank you so much for sharing your message. We are all in it, and we all wish from our heart and soul victory of the light and peace forever. Thank you, Fred.
Sweta, it's Dean here again. Sorry about that. May I just quickly say that I know there are knowledge seekers that are present in and around Vienna, and I'm sure that the beauty of these knowledge seekers will include magravs that they will place around the Vienna to bring about this peace and to bring about this 5+1 negotiation to be a peaceful negotiation of beauty that brings this wonderful peace across the planet. The positioning may be in physicality. It may be their physical beings, their souls that they just place with their thoughts and intentions. And we can all do that in this very moment now. We can, each and every single one of us, become one and spread this peace to the negotiation and elevate the soul so that those souls feel the beauty that we know, the knowledge that we possess, and that we share with them to the elevation and to bring about this beauty and peace across this this planet from this Magrath position, this core position that we see in these talks in the following moments. So I'm present with it, to be present with those negotiating, and for it to be a beauty that brings about everlasting peace on this planet. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dean. Thank you so much.
Okay, well, we've activated the raise hand function for the attendees, which might explain why there was no hands raised. So Salamia, would you like to go ahead?
Hi, my friends. In silence, closing our eyes, let's feel in our heart the emotion of peace and abundance around us, and send to the universe the intention of peace, and bring it at the soul level by emotion in our soul of physicality, this emotion back from the universe. So we send intention and we receive this emotion at the soul level of abundance of the fields of peace. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Salomia. We are all present in your wish. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Me too. Thank you.
Okay, we have another hand up here with Jalal. Go ahead, Jalal, please.
Hello, everyone. Good evening and good day. I would like just to point something here to Universal Council. I think all of you now capable of dictate a condition due to your position. And one of Mr. Cash teaching, he said, after you achieve a position of Maghreb, you do not need to wish, you just be. And I think the position now for us to be in that point, dictate. Because I think we are mature enough knowing the truth and in a way leading or making the road of peace available for everyone to step in. So I would like you really to consider that even in your inner thought. Thank you.
Thank you, Jalal. Thank you so much for your beauty you have shared and the message. Thank you so much. Yes, of course, indeed. Much, much love to you, my dear Jalal. Thank you.
Hi, it's Dean again here. Someone just sent me something in on Telegram to say that there's something called Orchid Mania, Vienna Flower Market. And so we can say it with flowers. We can send a flower of love to each and every one that's present and within this environment. The love of any vertical friend, which is in all dimensions and all reality, unconditional. Our vertical friends are there to show their beauty, and they give unconditionally for you to view and to see and to experience the beauty that they possess within inside themselves. They give unconditionally. And we wish that the negotiation and these negotiators give unconditionally to humanity to bring about this peace on this planet. So we send them a flower of love, and we say thank you so much for being in service to yourselves and humanity. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean. In the flowers with you, we are all together. In the flowers of so many beautiful and vibrant colors, we are all with you, sending them the flowers. Thank you so much.
For the UC members, you remember the first time Mr. Cash showed us the flying enhancement unit? You remember how was beautiful that we achieve a position? What if in 1 hour Mr. Cash come in and he will say we achieved peace? What is your emotion in that point? Full of joy and achievement? So let it be. We achieved peace. We are not going to achieve. We are already achieved. It's for them to take a position in it. and enjoy the beauty. Thank you.
I just want to add something to this is all that Jalal was saying. He is absolutely correct, because you have to go back. You see, some of us might have habits. I'm not talking about you, maybe all of us, all the knowledge seekers who were listening. We might have habits, conditions. So say you, how can I make an example that makes this clear for you guys? Say you become like, you always, when something went wrong, you went and helped someone to fix it. You know, you were a middleman or did something. And that was your kind of things you do, like somebody get into a fight or somebody does something, you fix it. Now suddenly you see that no longer exists. You feel out of place because you think you actually feel there's no balance. Where is it coming from? Because we have conditioned ourselves, habits that's been engraved in every single cell and memory in my body, that if you look at yourself, what do you do every day? You wake up on the same side of the bed, you drink your coffee, and if you're repeating the same thing, it's just the memory is playing. You're not deciding. So are you deciding? Are you doing this consciously, or is just same thing? Like, if you want to change something, can you change it? Or it's hard for you? So if we have that habit, for example, if we see the world is always in mayhem, and I come to you and I say to you, oh, for example, today this happened in a neighborhood, and I have something to talk about. If suddenly mayhem goes away, I lose my companionship with you, then what I'm gonna do? So in a on subconscious mind, you kind of don't want it to happen, because then you don't have anything to do. So what is next? What is next for us? So we have to go deep down inside ourselves to see what is it that really, if I want, the Jalal was talking about peace. When you see the peace, do you feel joy? You feel just so blissful in every single cell? Because when we really get to the point that really become godlike, every single cell is communicating with your existence. Actually, you feel it. As if your cell is breathing with outside. Every single cell is just breathing. Actually, you feel everything. Like, every single cell has a heartbeat. You feel the heartbeat. So we have to go back, dig in, and get that emotion, which has become like just one with you, just blissful, because God is bliss. Bliss is more than the joy. Bliss is just every cell is joyful, and you don't know why you have this joy in the body, which has no reason. What is this? I'm feeling so good today. I mean, the whole day I feel so good. It just, nothing has changed. Why is it? Because that's the God within you. That's constantly, this blissfulness is coming. This is who we are. This is what we want to make people to feel this. To feel this blissful, that is godlike. So this joy, that peacefulness, when you think about it, it just like makes you feel amazing. Because you pass that condition that if peace come, then I have nothing to do. Yes, you have a lot to do. Actually, we miss the life by itself. We think our job is sit by the computer or look at the YouTube and see, or somebody is talking bad about somebody else. We post it. Look what this person said. This is not life. If you just go pay attention to one flower, just to one flower, you might need a year to find out about that flower. It's how vast it is, this universe. I'm talking about one flower. You need eons to figure out everything in this. I mean, it's unlimited. So this joy, this thing that Jalal talking about is just that. All you should feel this in the bone. When you feel it in your bone, then there's no way, because from nothingness, everything is happening. When you put it out there, the raw material, everything we want is out there. We are the one who close all the doors to ourselves. When I talk about, when you go to God, is nothing there, but is at the same time everything is there. You see, we come and say, oh, I like to have this tapestry, to have this, the golden tapestry in the window of this store. I want to have it. But then you walk away and say, oh, I don't have any money. You just close the door on yourself. But if you just say, I love this tapestry, and just love it. When you say that, the universe is already working on that tapestry for you to bring it. But the minute you open your mouth and you think about, okay, I cannot do it, you just close the door. Everything we want is just at our fingertip. We just don't see it. It's very simple. It's so simple that they all miss it, because we have all these. The mind has to become empty, like God. When the mind completely becomes just love, just nothing in it, absolutely nothing in it. Not even love, is nothing in it. Then everything is possible. And that's what we have to go to, that nothingness, which is everything there. All the raw material of the universe is at your fingertip. You just wish it and you get it. I used to wish for things it would take me 2 years to come. Now I wish for something, it comes in a couple of days. Why is this happening? Because I don't have the mindset I had before. I just wish for something, or just say I want this, and I just don't pay attention to it. I just walk away. I don't say it's good or bad or nothing happened, nothing. That's what we have to teach our children. We just have to nourish them, nurture them, and let them be. They already know it, but we mess them up. The poor child is born with the godlike vision and they're godlike, when we mess them up from the time they're born. With our chattering mind, and we tell them what is good, what is bad, what is right, what is not right, instead of just loving them. All we have to do is just love everybody. Nothing else. We don't have to do anything. Just everybody that we see, instead of open your mouth and want to become the same chattering boss all the time. Because we have to say something, because we are the habit of human being, just constantly say something. Just be shut up and just listen. And just be. Your godlike light is always shining. But we mess it up. We close the godlike light that's oozing from us. When you wake up in the morning and you open your eyes, the rooms are so light. You can see the light of yourself. And it's so bright. But you go through the day and you bring those clutter in the mind and you make it dark again. That's why we have to start doing that. We have to start to think just we are God and we are love, and we have to love each other. Not in words, not to post something or say this or say that, just be. Thank you.
Hello, I also want to add, thank you, Azhar. Thank you so much. I would like to say that as we know we are knowledge seekers, we are truth seekers, we are all from within in peace, in the I am present. But then these wishes, they see through words are the communication from our own condition. They are all that is us, the nature that is us. It is just a communication, as a mother always say, even his child grows to be a 60-year-old old man. The mother always wishes for the child and say, oh my son, oh my daughter, I love you. Because she's saying the same word, but the son and the daughter, take it in that level of understanding, and was so happy that my mother is saying this in this way now also. I'm so blessed. So this is the way also we have our point of view to as we are present, we have to interact with the situation, as many people we know doesn't even know there is light. So we have to be in an interaction also, and these wishes or see through my heart and soul is created because of the communication with other souls that are our part. So as we are communicating now, and we all are in this chaos, in this condition of disease, social norms, every money, religion, whatever you can say. But now we are learning to connect with a wish for every cell and tissue of our own. So all the conditions are us, and we are communicating with these wishes, with these words of love to each other. So this is why sometimes we can say something in the form of a wish, in the form of a lovely saying, or say I love you, as Azhar said. So this is also a communication in the soul level we do, and in the physical level also we can do. And as we are in this position of space travel, in the position of transition, this is, as we say, this is coming true within moments also. So this is what I want to share, that the mother never stops saying I love you. She always says, my son, my blessings to you. So this is the words she always says. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shweta.
Oh, thank you.
Hi, it's Dean here again. If I can just add some further thoughts, a further magra into the field interactions of the conditions of the environment that I exist in with each and every one of you, as we all breathe in and out and experience the same conditions through our physical body, through our interactions. So everything that I breathe and I breathe in is from you, and everything I breathe out from me to you. So each and every one of us shares everything in creation on this planet, because whatever I receive within the atmosphere, you too receive. So we are all united and one, and like the flowing waters, like a flower, like a magrav in a negotiation in Vienna. It's all the same thing as creation, and we're all part of it. And we're all experiencing what we need to experience. And so for many of us on this universal journey of interactions in the magnetical and gravitational fields of the planet Earth, in these moments, it's a pleasure and an honor to be part of the process of the elevation of the conditions and the environment on this planet with each and every one of you, because each and every one of you is a golden, beautiful flower. And I thank you for your participation and the beauty that you give to me as I give back to you. And I thank each and every one of you for your sheer, incredible beauty. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dean. We have a question here in the YouTube that perhaps some or a few of the people here can answer. From Lotsa Pet Loves, who asks, what are GANS waters? Is it a water you buy? We'd like to address that question.
It must be new. Okay. If you're new and you don't know what is the GANS water, so you have to make yourself familiar with the GANS and GANS water, and you don't need to buy it. You can make it, and we have tons of videos and diagram how to make these GANSes, and you can easily make it in the comfort of your home. And if you need, in the process of it, if you get into not knowing what to do, like the way I started, for a month I was looking for a way to do it because I wasn't familiar with the wire and all these stuff that I had to go buy. I contacted one of the knowledge seekers on a Facebook. We became friends, and he came to my home and showed me how to make it. Because the first time I kind of burned myself with the caustic, almost didn't burn, but we became very good friends. So it's very easy to reach out to people in your hometown, wherever you are, and create a connection, and they come and help you. I mean, there shouldn't be any reason why we can't.
And also people can get information at the KF Wikipedia or kfwiki.org. So it's like kfwiki.org, has all the information on the GANS waters and how to make it, different kinds of GANS waters, and what it is and how it works and all of that.
The kids workshop, the one for children, is good to see, to learn about it in a simple way.
Yes, those videos
Rick, ask him where is he located?
Okay. Well, lots of pet loves. You'll have to reply if you can to the question, where are you located? You don't have to give an exact location, but roughly.
You know, we have an expression in Farsi. We say دنبال نخودسیا طرف میفرستی. It means that we're going to give him just go here, go there, but absolutely there's nothing going on there. But if we can help him quickly, we can connect him with someone, and then they can teach him. And sometimes these people might not be able to find the first supply quickly. Some cities, some countries, they're not so readily available, or they don't, if they're not familiar with the wiring. So we might have problem, but if they know someone in that city, and we can easily, you know, we can even sometimes provide them the material. You know, if somebody in New York contact me, I have their stuff in my office. I said, oh, you come over and I teach you. You know, make it much quicker and faster.
Yes, indeed. And there's Telegram groups for different languages as well. So people can join the Telegram groups if they wish to pursue the art of making GANS water and the uses for it and so on. I see another question from Blue B Psycho. Says he's new here. Can you please write the site where we can see the products and teachings? Thank you. Okay, I'll put in. And also he wants in relation to CO2, do you have material we can read or videos? Okay, well, there is a CO2 paper that's available, and also there's a lot of information in the books of Mr. Keshe regarding CO2 as well, including some of the scientific
and the
tests.
kfwiki.org.
Yes.
I think you will find both videos and descriptions and everything there.
You know, the way I did it, anybody reach out to me, you know, like it's amazing, because anybody reach out to me, I just told them, why don't you come over? I invited them to come to my house. Even they came, and I taught them how to make it, and became good friends. Actually, I got to know people like this, and we just like become friends. I don't know, I just want to come over. Actually, sometimes I got my husband surprised, because suddenly some guy walks in the house, and then my husband says, "Who is this?" I said, "This guy asked me how to make ganses," so I told him, "Come over." And but every time it happened, just something nice came out of it.
Hi, it's Dean here again. So if I can just quickly say to this this new knowledge seeker that the process of connecting with the MAGRAPH fields and the beauty of the GANS waters is a simple process where we can gather in the fields that are all around us, in the environment all around us, from the nitrogen, oxygen, hydrogen, and carbon in the atmosphere. We can pull these elements into a salt solution in a glass jar of water. So we add some salt into this water, and we add some coils, like a copper coil, and then we put a zinc plate. Zinc is connected to the emotion of man, and when you connect zinc to the emotion of man, you can bring about balance. Copper is connected to the physicality of man and the physical body. And so Mr. Keshe taught us a beautiful process for something called nano-coating, where you would open up the molecular structure of copper by heating it to a certain temperature. And you can do this by a caustic environment, or you can do this by heating it with like a Bunsen burner or a gas stove or something. And you open up the molecular structure, the top sort of 10 to 50,000 layers of copper. Once you do this, you connect all these three elements together and you put them in the salt solution. So you have three coils and you put them in the salt solution. And then in about overnight, maybe a little bit longer, you will find something that forms in the bottom of the glass. And this is called GANS, which is gas in a nano-solid state. And this we can pull in, and then this is like, has the property of mini suns. And it's full of energy. We create a space gap through the environment of opening up the structure of the copper. Within this space gap, we create an energy flow. We tap into that energy flow that is all around us and throughout the universe, and we collect it in this glass. And this is plasma water. We don't touch the GANS at the bottom of the glass because this is too powerful for the human body. But the plasma water above it, we can use for many applications of beauty, to bring about balance in the environment in and around us, to feed and enhance many conditions that we find ourselves in. So this is plasma water. And once you connect with it, you will find that it will connect with your physicality and your soul level. And you'll have many, many wonderful experiences. And then once you gain this knowledge, you can pass the knowledge on to your friends and family, your immediate brotherhood, of which is all of us. And then we bring about this peace in this moment, because as Jalal said earlier on, we're not going to have peace, we have peace. And so this environment we have through this plasma water brings about that peace within inside ourselves. And it's a very simple process. And it is the process you need to learn for yourself. So that's the whole point, is when you learn this for yourself, then you go through a process where you become balanced, become peaceful. And then as a plasma, as a maggrav, you spread that peace and that beauty to the next maggrav, the next being, the next soul, and so forth. And we become peaceful. Thank you.
Yes, well put, Dean. You have Jackie with a hand up here. Would you like to go ahead?
That was a false hand up. My apologies.
Okay, go to the back of the room.
I am there.
Thank you, Jackie. Do we have any more attendees that would like to ask a question at this point? I also suggested to the people in YouTube the 12-part series called Understanding Plasma Science in YouTube from the Keshe Foundation YouTube channel. It provides a really good, solid understanding of the plasma technology, the nano-coating process, the GANs making, and the whole, a good overview of how plasma technology works, the interactions. Thanks,
Yes, my dear.
Gunther. Gunther's put a link in the Q&A here to the KF Wikipedia part that talks about the CO2 GANs. So again, I'll put that into the YouTube as well. I'll give them a little more to get to understand. There's so much information. If you want videos, we have literally thousands of videos now, in somewhere in the thousands of hours of listening as well. But there's other ways you can also get the overview of the knowledge in a better way, in a faster way, like through the Understanding Plasma Science series. Sorry, go ahead, Shweta.
Yes, I also agree. I have also shared this whole the videos of understanding plasma, so beautifully done, and the videos are so in beauty and totality that if somebody wants to understand plasma in a way, they can understand it completely in a way. So I have also sent this to many, those who have appreciated and have been in the level of understanding and asked me what to do next. So this is very beautiful. I have also shared, and people, those who want to know, can go to the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Unit YouTube channel and have those videos and have the knowledge also. Thank you so much, my dear Rick.
Hello, everybody. It's Mehran Tavakoli for C language. As I see, there's some Space Lab. I just thought of a wish, and if you want, I say it comes from the last teaching of Mr. Keshe. At the first part of the teaching, he said that I wish that you knowledge seekers, when you see some shortcomings or some other ways of teaching that it's kind of strange or whatever, you just let it be and act good and think good, and these things will come all right at the end. I think it's a big wisdom in it for life, for wherever, that teaches us that if we just think good about anything and to do good, probably then things will go right by our thinking good and doing good. So I think we need some adjustments to our way of being, all of us, because we thought we should correct things, and that's the correct things to protect something. But he just says, think good and do good, and things will go right, at least here. So I wish from my heart and my soul that in any conditions, if we see things which are not the way it should be, and we think it's not correct or different, we just think good and do good, and things would go right at the end.
Thank you, Mehran. That was very nice.
That was my wish, and I offer the counsel because I wasn't there because of my telephone problem. So I wish that you put your wishes with this, and probably things would go faster. You understand it? Did you understand what they say?
I am present.
So you understand. Well, anyway, you can go to teaching of Mr. Keshe and he talks about it. Thank you.
I'm present in your wish, dear Mehran. I'm present.
I'm present.
I am present.
I'm present.
I am present.
Very good. Very well. Thank you.
Maybe we should go to the next slide if there is not others that needs to talk.
Hello, this is Shweta Anwar again, representing UC Hindi language. And I will say, my dear ones, beautiful souls, welcome to the foundation, welcome to the Universal Councils, Welcome to the universal love. And as we are all universal, and I will say that walking in peace in the dome of, walking in peace in the dome of peace, in the home of peace, seeing the integration of light, forming a star in the victory of the light. So it is. So this is the beauty of the universal field of the universal creator we are in. These are the links to the documents, my dear ones, to the Universal Council website. And these are the documents are the UC Charter, and you can link, you can click the link and see the UC Charter. You can see how the soul has been explained in a way, as here science meets the soul. So this is the beauty of the foundation. And the UC mandate, which is a kind of mandatory, as we are all human being in nature, as we are all human, and as service, we are all for the service of each other in interdependent, I will say, interdependently serving each other in love, kindness, care, and light, but still independent and free. So these mandates are essence. Try to create an essence of your and be in the energy of love. And the Earth Constitution, as you can see, one city, one center, the enhancement unit, the wellness centers are coming in 1,000 cities. And you can see the stars glowing everywhere in this dome of peace, and walking through it will be fantastic and wonderful, that has never experienced before. And it will be, these oases will be on earth as stargates, as the open way of heart and soul to be in the knowledge, to understand, to be healthy, wealthy of the knowledge and wise. And the most important thing is the peace roadmap, my dear ones, walking in peace in the dome of peace, seeing the integration of light. That is the beauty. The star is forming, and the star has formed and forming and will be, and we are in it. So be in peace. This is not a question anymore. This is, as I say, a see-through from all our heart and soul, and also a wish, like a mother says. I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. And in the left side, there's the links of the active council members, Universal Council members. Anybody can contact any of the Universal Council members, and accordingly, the language also. And English is the common language. Everybody somehow knows. You can contact anybody through this. So this is the way the beauty and totality has formed. As Jalal said, we are in it. So this is what this is the beauty of this energy. We are all in, and we are all it is. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you, my beautiful souls. Welcome, welcome, suswagatam, salam, namaste. This is the Universal Council page, my dear ones. You can go through the page, the beauty of the violet color. You can see the violet color. This is so beautiful. You can see these colors in the glaciers of the mountains. You can see these blue, violet, aqua green colors, so beautiful. You can feel seeing these glaciers, the other world, the stars, and they are so pure. These glaciers came to give. So we can see this. So this is the Universal Council page, my dear ones. This is the page. Go through the page, see the UC Charter, experience the soul you are. This is the Universal Council logo, and you can see the friend, the mother, carrying the essence of us. We carrying the essence of our own, of all that is, to the other side. And we can say to the entering the stargate to become the stars. So this is the way this logo we can see, we can experience the fire within us, and the fire of protection, the fire of healing, the fire of wisdom, the fire of care and light. And this is the page, beautiful page you can go through, my dear souls, beautiful souls, I will say, in integration with each other always was. And this is an appeal of love, my dear ones, and call of love to all of you who wants to join the Universal Council membership. And please, especially the younger generation, taking responsibility of all that is, to take them with us to the other side of in love and peace. So, well, we can say the other side because we have experienced all this and we don't want to experience it more. We want to experience from where the glaciers came. And this is the application form, my dear ones. Fill it with your soul and fill it with your physical pen to give, to present your friends, your community, your natives, your nation, that you have taken responsibility of your nation, community, native, all for peace. So fill this form, my dear ones, and be happy and in peace always. Thank you so much. Salam, namaste, salute. Majarik, we can go to the other last page, I think. Thank you, Majarik.
Yes, just a minute. I've kind of lost it there. I'll have to re-find it again.
Okay, okay.
Hello, this is Marie. I'm the Universal Council member for the Norwegian language, and I invite everyone to come to the TV Galactica channel on YouTube tonight, where I, as a representative for the Universal Council, will answer many questions from the audience and the host, which is Rosana Alves. And this teaching will be in English and Portuguese, so it will be translated. So everyone is welcome. It's at the 11 p.m. CET, I think. Yes, so welcome. Thank you.
I can read this. This is Azar. Before even I read this, I just want to thank Rick on behalf of everybody to be here, because I just came to me that I never seen Rick come says I'm sick today and don't show up. We sometimes don't show up for things, but he's always here. Thank you for being Rick. I read this for you. Thank you. I give freely from my soul to all souls in existence. Take what you need, the Universal Council. Thank you.
Thank you, Azar. In fact, we almost missed today because of a power outage where I am, and had to get some extra support from Stanley, Ella, and others to make sure today's meeting went well. So thank you very much to them for helping out today and making this all happen for everyone. And thank you to the Universal Council for yet another One Nation, One Planet, One Race for World Peace meeting here. And I think that brings it to a close. Is there anything else that we need to mention before we wrap things up here?
It is, I think, one thing, I think on November 28th, if I'm not mistaken, let me see. There's the 5+1, so we all have to keep in mind that what we wish for. So 5+1 is happening.
Yes, good to keep that in mind and to send our best wishes and to that effort. Okay, we also have the Keshe Plasma Reactor group coming up next in the public workshop series. And that will be starting at 7 a.m. on Wednesday, November 17th, 2021. And people are invited to come to that meeting, especially if you have any anything you'd like to present in the plasma technology or have some questions or comments that you'd like to bring into the group. We can usually solve the problems and provide solutions. Okay, anything else? Well, of course, the Knowledge Seekers Workshop on Thursday, November 18th, as per usual at 9 a.m. Central European time. And we look forward to hearing from Mr. Keshe in that workshop. Okay, I think that brings to a close the 196 One Nation, One Planet, One Race for World Peace and Justice here on Tuesday, November 16th, 2021. And I think Stanley's going to have a promotional video to take us out with here. And we'll see you all next time around. Bye for now.